All right. So I've shown y'all how to record videos and post them on Google Classroom. I've shown you how to use the built-in whiteboard for your for Windows. What I'm going to show you today is pretty exciting. I really like this feature. It's how to add a quick formative assessment that grades itself and puts the grade into Google Classroom. Super awesome. Definitely the way to go for formative assessments. So pick the classes you want to go to in Google Classroom, hit create, then hit quiz assignment. Make sure it's quiz assignment. And you'll see there in a second, it creates this blank quiz. We're going to type that. We're going to name this something, right? Quiz, or I don't know, chapter 1, quiz 1. Okay. Grade importing. Nice. Keep that checked. Click on blank quiz to edit the quiz. And here's your blank quiz. You do need to rename it up here. Chapter 1, quiz 1. Chapter 1, quiz 1. Or whatever you want to name it. Oops. All right. And then you have a question made for you. There are multiple types of questions. There's short answer, paragraph, multiple choice. Those are the ones I use. I don't really use these much because these you actually have to hand grade. There is a way to set up short answer to auto grade, but it doesn't work all the way all the time. So I try to stay away from that. Paragraph is if I want them to write something, and then you can do that. You just have to go there and go back in here and hand grade it. But we're going to focus on is multiple choice. So hit multiple choice. You have a question. You're going to type the question. What is the capital of Texas? Question. Spell capital. What I just used is a plugin as well. It's called Grammarly. If you don't have that, this is just a side note. Get it. It's awesome. It's basically spell checks anything you type. So what we have here is, of course, capital Texas. You can type whatever you want. Houston, Austin, Dallas. Right. So have your answer choices as many as you want. You can keep adding as many as you want. So you also can check required. So if you want them to at least always give you an answer, you can check that or toggle that on or off, depending on what you want to do. And then notice down here it says 0 points. We want to obviously give them points for this. So we're going to hit answer key, select the correct choice, and then select the number of points you want. So if you were going to do 5 questions, you could select 20 points per question or however you want to do it. I usually at least put 1, and then I kind of calculate it as I go. But you can figure out what the total points are for each question. And then hit done when you're done selecting the correct answer and then selecting the number of points you want. All right, so that's your first question. We'll do another real quick to show you some things you can do. Who is your teacher? Okay. You can also add images to this. So if you wanted to have, if you had scans of math problems that you were doing or an image you want them to look at, you can go in here and upload the image or a Google search. I'll show you that as well. But you can also add them to the answer choices, which is kind of cool. So my question is, who is your teacher? So you can go here, you can upload it. So if you found if you have the file on your computer, search for it, upload it, you're good to go. You can also go here to Google Drive. So if you had an image or images on Google Drive, you can select that. Or another cool thing is if you're making these questions up and you don't have an image that you want to put there, you can go to Google Image Search and search whatever you want. And then find the images that way. So pretty cool option. Again, answer key, make sure you select the correct one, add the number of points, and then hit done. All right, so this is my 2-question quiz. You can preview it. Or actually, let's go ahead and talk about the settings real quick. So if you go to settings, I always like to do collect email address. I don't know if that's necessary, but I always check it. And then restrict users to, obviously, we just want just our students to take it. We don't need anyone else to take it. You can check this limit to one response. So if you want them to take it one time and one time only, you would check that box. If you uncheck it, they can take it as many times as they want. Okay. Um, you can look through here. You can shuffle the question order if you wanted to do that, which is important. Like if you're in class, in a lab class, and they're sitting around next to each other, shuffle the question order. I don't know if that's important for the at-home stuff, but go to quizzes. You can I always uncheck correct answers because I don't want them to know what the correct answer is. I always leave missed questions so they know which ones they missed. Point value is not really important. And then you can also release the grade immediately, or you can release it manually after you've reviewed them all. Like maybe if you did a bunch of paragraph answers, you want to check this so that they don't get 0 points for it and they're like, oh no, I got it wrong. It's going to give them 0 points because you haven't graded them yet. So if you do a bunch of free response questions, check that and then grade it manually and then release the grade that way. So come back in here, do the settings. Important ones to look at is this one's here on the quiz, and then general. If you want to only have them take it once, click that one. All right, hit save. All right, so now I'm done with this quiz. I can actually just close it because it saves itself. It is now here. Now it's not going to update the title here, but when I actually assign it, you'll see that it gets assigned and the title actually gets changed. So I'll assign it. Now normally I would have put it in a topic like this, but this is just demonstration. But click on this, they would now see this Google form. It would pop up. They can answer it. I was going to say, Alex should probably answer it wrong. Let's see, submit. View score. Okay, so it showed me, oh, you got this one wrong, but it didn't show the correct answer. I got that wrong. I got 1 out of 2 points. And then if they ever try to come back here and take it again, it'll pop up, you've already responded, but you can view your score again. Again, if you didn't collect a limit to one time response, they can come back and take it again. So when you're done, or they're done, anytime you want to actually import the grades. Now, I didn't have any of my students take it, so when I hit import grades, it's not going to do anything. So you click import grades, all their grades would be updated here to on the left-hand side if they've taken it. If they haven't, it would just be blank. And you can deal with that, put zeros or whatever you want to do for that. So yeah, hopefully that's helpful to y'all. It's an awesome way to auto grade, get some quick grades. So for example, your video, maybe you wanted to just put a couple questions just to make sure that they've watched the video or that they understand the concepts you're trying to go over for that. Yeah,